Today I'm going to give you my 5 best tips for fat loss and some mistakes that you might be making that are holding you back from seeing the results you want to see.
Show me life, show me love.
My name is Grace and I'm a certified personal trainer and a certified nutrition specialist, and I go over all things hormone balance, health, wellness, lifestyle, all of that. So if you're interested in any of that, then I am so happy to have you here. Today I'm going to be giving you 5 of my best tips to help you lose fat more effectively. Back when I first started into health and fitness, which was probably 5 or 6 years ago, I was overworking, I was doing tons of cardio, eating very low calorie, and never seeing results and wondering what was happening, why I wasn't seeing results, why I wasn't seeing fat loss, why I just made absolutely no progress. So I want you to learn from my mistakes on the things that I did that held me back from seeing the results I was working so hard to achieve. So I made a whole video on my fitness story. If you want to check that out, I'll link it here, but I pretty much go into everything that I did that was holding me back from seeing results, and how I finally got to where I am now, where I started seeing results. I started to have better mood, energy, just seeing some actual real body results that I was working so hard to achieve. I will link that if you want to check that out and see my whole fitness story, because I go into kind of full detail on every single thing that I did wrong and what I'm doing now. So jumping into our first tip, and this is prioritizing protein. And I know this is so overdone on social media, all these high protein recipes and just protein everywhere you go. But honestly, this is so important, and this was one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I was first starting out into fitness. So I thought, okay, I need to eat super low calorie. Protein sometimes is not very low calorie. I wanted to stay as low calorie as possible. So I was eating just veggies and low calorie foods, like 100 calorie snack packs and just low calorie foods, thinking eating so little calorie, I'm going to lose fat, right? No, your body needs protein. Protein is essential for helping to build lean muscle mass, which will help your body to burn fat easily. Also helps with your metabolism, helps with your appetite, and just helps with your mood, energy, hormones, everything. Enough protein is so important. Like I said, when I first started out, I was eating super low calorie. I barely got any protein at all, and I was just holding on to stubborn fat, wondering why I wasn't seeing any results, and I was not giving my body that protein that it needed. I try to stay around 1 gram per body weight. So I weigh around 150 and I am almost 5'10", so I'm pretty tall. So I try to get around 120 to 150 grams of protein. I know this sounds like a lot, but that's what our body needs in order to build that lean muscle, which will help our body burn fat more effectively. So my favorite sources of protein are chicken, fish, turkey, protein powders. You can get really high protein yogurts and cottage cheese and different things like that. I am dairy free because I cut out dairy due to my hormonal acne, and I could get into that, but I get my main protein sources through organic meats and protein powders. You can also get your protein through eggs and, like I said, yogurt, things like that. So I try to get in at least a serving of protein with every single meal, and also have a high protein snack as well. I love to make like protein balls or protein yogurt or things like that will help me get my protein for the day. So protein is so important, and if you are trying to lose fat and you're working in the gym and you are doing all these things and not seeing results, try adding in some protein. Body is probably lacking in protein, and you want to be eating enough, fueling your body enough to be able to help your body burn fat a little bit easier. So my tip number 2 is adding strength training into your routine. So when I first started out into fitness, I was doing tons of cardio. I mean, tons of cardio. So I would go to the gym, I would do the elliptical for 30 minutes, then I would do the treadmill or do the bike, or I would go for long runs, and I would just do tons and tons of cardio. And I just felt like I never saw myself getting toned. I never saw myself losing fat. And not saying that cardio is bad. I absolutely love cardio, and there's some awesome forms of cardio, but we want to try to add some strength training, resistance training in there, so that way we can build up that lean muscle mass that helps our body burn fat more effectively. So the more muscle that you have, the better your body is at burning fat at rest. So building up that lean muscle is so important, especially if you are trying to see fat loss. Having built up a little bit of muscle is so important. So when I first started, I was doing way too much cardio and no strength training at all. So once I started incorporating, you know, maybe 2 to 3 strength training days per week, this is when I really started seeing results. This is when I started seeing a lot more toning up, a lot more fat loss, and starting to see those results that I really wanted to see, was just adding that little bit of strength training in. So trying to get in maybe 2 days of strength training per week, trying to hit all the muscle groups, is really going to help your body to burn fat more effectively if you have that little bit of extra muscle. Plus, when you have more muscle, you can eat a lot more. You can eat a lot more. So when I started out, I was eating nothing, low calorie, super low calorie. And once I started lifting weights, eating more, my metabolism adjusted to that, and I really saw some awesome results because of that strength training. So strength training, probably if you can 2 times per week, you will see some awesome benefits from this. Now my third tip kind of goes along with eating enough protein, and this is just eating enough. So a lot of times when we are trying to lose fat, lose weight, we try to cut as many calories as we can. And like I said, when I first started out, I thought that eating super low calorie and cutting my calories super low was going to be super effective for me, lose fat, lose weight. But in reality, this was just doing more harm to my body. So I was overworking my body and not eating enough. Our bodies need enough fuel in order to burn fat. So we want to make sure that we are feeding our body, nourishing our body with good, healthy foods, and just eating enough so that our body is able to burn fat more effectively. So I was just doing tons of cardio, way too many workouts, and not eating enough. So my body was holding on to stored fat because it wasn't getting enough fuel. So eating enough is so important, especially when you are trying to lose weight and lose fat. And of course, we all know that being in a caloric deficit is important when you are trying to lose weight, but not too much of a deficit. You don't want to cause so much stress on your body by not eating enough. And I had to learn this the hard way. I was experiencing a lot of bloating. I experienced a lot of hormonal issues and still dealing with them now, trying to balance out my hormones because I wasn't eating enough. I was bloated, I had fatigue, I just didn't feel great at all because I just wasn't giving my body enough fuel. So just fueling your body is just so important, especially when you are on a health and fitness journey. You really just need to make sure that you are giving your body that fuel that it deserves. But if you're kind of confused on how much you should be eating or how many calories is right for you, I know that it can get kind of overwhelming when you're first getting into health and fitness and just knowing how much to eat. But personally, from my experience, just eating enough clean whole foods is really going to help you see those results you want to see. So I eat a big diet of lots of good healthy proteins, good healthy carbs like sweet potatoes, oats, rice, quinoa, a lot of good healthy fats, and a lot of greens and whole veggies. I tried every single diet in the book, and the one diet that worked for me is just eating enough and enough clean whole food. So trying to get in a lot of good vegetables and fruits and good healthy carbs and proteins. So if you want me to go into how I slowly eased into my calories, let me know, because this was a long process for me. So starting out at super low calorie and then working my way up to the amount of calories that I eat now, it was definitely a long process. It took some adjusting. So let me know if you want me to get into that a little bit deeper, because it was a long process for me. But now I'm able to eat like 2,500 calories, maybe 3,000 calories. I'm able to eat that many calories and also still burn fat because my body has adjusted to that amount of calories. And also I am strength training, working out. So I am able to eat a lot of food and still see the results I want to see. So let me know if you want me to get deeper into that, but just making sure that you are fueling your body enough. We do a lot for our bodies, so you want to make sure that you are nourishing your body and feeding your body with the micro and macronutrients that we need. And this was honestly the biggest mistake that I made made was just not eating enough and not fueling my body properly. If you're gonna take anything away from this video, take this one away, because it really is just so important. It's just making sure that we are fueling our bodies properly. Number 4 is just moving more. So this doesn't mean go outside and run 3 miles every day. This doesn't mean get on the cardio machines at the gym and do an hour of cardio. This is just moving our bodies more. So when I was first starting out to fitness, I was like, okay, I need to get an hour on the treadmill. I need to get an hour on the Stairmaster, whatever it was. I thought that was, you know, my movement for the day. After my strength training, I would go do an hour of cardio. And you don't want to punish your body with that. You don't need to be at the gym for hours and hours into the day, but just trying to be more mindful about movement throughout the day has really helped me, especially with fat loss. Going for walks after meals has really helped me a lot. So it actually helps to balance blood sugar after eating. It helps with your digestion. This is one thing that really helped when I was feeling extremely bloated all the time, was just going for more walks, especially after like bigger meals like dinner. I would go for a walk, and this would really help with my digestion and bloating. So just getting in more movement throughout the day. So getting up and walking when you can. If you're working at a desk all day and sitting all day, maybe just getting up a few times a day and just walking around and just trying to get some movement when you can. This has really helped me, especially with my digestion and bloating. So just trying to get that movement in when you can, because the more you move throughout the day, the more calories that your body burns. So you don't need to do long hours of cardio at the gym. You don't need to be killing yourself on the Stairmaster, on the treadmill, but just moving more throughout the day can really help in the long run. Just trying to be more mindful about movement and getting more movement in. So my movement for every single day is I wake up in the morning and I will do just a little bit of stretching, so getting my body moving in the morning, and then I will work for a few hours, and then I will do my actual workout, and then later that afternoon or later that night I will go for a walk. My fiance and I love to go for a walk after dinner, especially when the sun's setting. It's just so nice to do that, and it really has helped with my digestion and just helped my body burn fat a little bit more effectively, because I am putting more of a caloric burn throughout the day. So just getting in more movement has honestly helped so much. Now getting into the last tip, which is my favorite tip, is to just make sure you're not overstressing your body. So this was a huge mistake that I made back when I was first starting into fitness. I was just overstressing my body, and because I was putting so much stress on my body, it resulted in my body just holding on to more fat because it was just under so much stress. So this is just really important. So it kind of falls into all of those tips that I just gave you. It's just trying to lower the stress. So you are fueling your body enough, eating enough, that it's not going to put too much stress on your body because it's not getting enough fuel. Making sure that you are getting some good movement into your day, and not overstressing your workouts. This is so important to just try to avoid overstressing your body. We can eat the healthiest diet. We can do all of the workouts. Stress impacts our health more than we even know. All the years of me putting way too much stress on my body resulted in feeling fatigued and bloated and not able to lose weight, and just so many other symptoms because my body was just under so much stress. So I can't express this to you guys enough on how important stress is. Just making sure that we are doing things the healthy way. And I know that a lot of times we want to see results really quickly. We want to lose weight for our trip, or try to look like these influencers, or trying to get on these crazy crash diets so that way we lose fat in 3 weeks or whatever that is. But this is a lifetime journey. This is not a quick fix. If you are looking to lose fat and keep it off for the rest of your life and not have to worry about going on crazy diets, I want to make sure that you're doing it the healthy way and not doing all of these crazy crash diets, because we get onto these 1-month programs that are guaranteed to help us lose 20 pounds or whatever those crazy diets are. Our body will get adjusted to that little amount of calories, that crazy amount of workouts, and then it's going to be even harder for you to lose weight in the future. So this getting into the mindset that this is for your entire life, and just look good in the summer and just, you know, forget about it in the winter. This is a long-term process. So these diets that you go on and then get off and just in this little yo-yo effect, they are not effective for the long term. Just taking that stress off of these crazy diets and these crazy things that you might see online, taking that stress off of your body is what's really going to help you in the long run. So like I said, back when I first started out into fitness, I tried all these diets, I tried all of these different kinds of workouts, overdoing cardio, overdoing absolutely everything, and just wondering why I wasn't seeing results. That was my mistake for so many years, just trying to do all these crash diets and just lose weight really quickly and trying to do all of these things to look good for the summer, whatever it was. So all of this stuff, overstressing my body, doing all these crazy diets, working out too much, eating too little, it caused so many different issues like hormonal imbalance, mood swings, fatigue. And I know that I've said this so much, but it's just so important. And I just hope I can really help you guys, because this is what I really struggled with when I was first starting into fitness. But just getting into the mindset that it is a long-term process and it's not a quick fix. If you want to feel better, look better, and just have these results for the rest of your life rather than just in the next 2 months, it's so important to understand that and know that it is a longer term if you want to see these results for the rest of your life. Making sure to limit stress whenever you can. And I know this is easier said than done because we all live crazy busy lifestyles. It really is hard sometimes to just let our bodies relax and recover. But this is honestly the most important part about fat loss, is letting your body recover. Body needs that time to recover and rebuild, because when we are in the gym, when we're working out, when we're doing workouts, we are tearing down our muscles, and the time that we give it to recover is actually when our muscles are growing and actually when our body is doing that process to help us see the results that we want to see. So getting in enough sleep, so 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, helping your body to recover and help with that fat loss process is so important. When you lack sleep, when you are overstressed, this is when your body goes into that panic mode and doesn't allow your body to lose fat effectively and see those results that you want to see. So just making sure that you are trying to limit stress in your everyday life is so important. I used to be so go and just, again, overstressing my body, doing way too many things and never seeing results, being always tired, fatigued, everything. And once I started kind of slowing down and making recovery more of a priority, this is when I really saw some results. So 2 nights a week, I have a slow evening where I will just unplug, not go on my phone, not do any work, shut work off early, and I will sit in my tub, I will read my book, put on a few candles, and just have a nice, relaxing, recovering evening to help my body relax and recover and then get back to normal the next day. So de-stressing is so important, especially when you are trying to lose weight or lose fat, because we want to make sure that we're giving our bodies enough recovery time and not overstressing our bodies. So if this is one of your goals, this is something that I'm really working on right now too, so we can work on this together. I just wanted to recap everything, wanted to make sure that you're not making these mistakes that I did. So number 1, making sure that you're eating enough protein, making sure that you are getting enough protein throughout the day. This is so important and one of the biggest mistakes that I made. I also made a protein powder video. I will link that here if you want to check that out. I go over all of the different protein powders that I have tried, because it's hard for me to get in a lot of protein throughout the day. So I do take a protein powder every once in a while, and I rated all of the vegan protein powders that I have tried and how my body responded to them. I'll link that here. Number 2 is strength training. So just adding in that resistance training when you can. Don't go crazy strength training 7 days a week. Just throwing in strength training when you can is so important, mixed with different kinds of workouts like cardio and Pilates. I like to get a mix of everything in there, but as long as I'm getting a little bit of strength training in and just building up that lean muscle, it really will help your body burn fat more effectively. And number 3, making sure you're eating enough, This is so important. So I have an app where I have my workouts and nutrition course and all that, and a lot of times I will have all the girls on my app send me examples of their food logs, so that way I can look over it and make sure sure that they're eating enough. So if you're interested in trying out my app, it is 7 days free. I'll link that for you guys, but I just want to make sure you guys are eating enough. I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. So just making sure you're fueling your body, and the best way to do that is with clean whole foods, fruits, veggies, proteins, clean carbs, and healthy fats, and just getting a lot of good nutrition into your body. So that's so important. Number 4 is just making sure you're moving a lot and making sure that you're getting in that movement throughout the day, moving your body, stretching and walking, and just getting up and moving when you can. Preferably outside if you can, because then you get that natural vitamin D, and it will help boost your mood and serotonin and all that. So try to get a walk outside. It will really help. And then number 5 is just de-stressing your body, making sure you're not overstressing, because this can do a lot more harm than good. So just making sure that you're taking time for yourself, letting your body relax, recover, and then getting back to the grind. So just making sure to give yourself grace. Prioritizing stress is just so important. I know that sounds kind of silly for fat loss, is prioritizing your stress, but honestly, this is one of the things that has made the biggest impact on me, on my body, how I feel, how I look. Making sure to prioritize this in your life will really show some awesome results. I hope this video helped, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to leave me a question or ask me about your diet, let me know if you have anything you're struggling with right now. I would love to help you out. So feel free to comment your questions or just anything that you might want to ask, or any videos that you want me to do, and let me know if you want me to do a more in-depth video on how I slowly increase my calories. But I really hope that this helped, and hopefully I can help you guys if you're making some of the mistakes that I did. I have been doing health and fitness for like 10 years now, and I have learned so much along the way. So hopefully I can kind of condense all my knowledge for you guys, so that way you can start seeing results a lot quicker than I did. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog.